my creative and crafty friends. I come to you today to show you how to put together this adorable Fisherman's Vest card that I created, and I want to share with you on how to create this. If you can follow along and listen to the measurements. However, I have a free downloadable PDF with all the information, including pictures and where to cut, available for you on my blog today. So be sure and visit me at designsbygloria.com to get the information. So this is a regular A2 card, and so we're going to create this. And here I'm using some, maybe put this aside, we're using 5.5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock, and I scored it at 2 1/8 on each side. So you fold that in, and what I also did is I dry emboss these front two panels using my tufted embossing folder, and so that's what I used. You use whatever you have. You don't have to even emboss it if you don't want to. So the next thing we're going to do is look at the measurements here, and we're going to, on your cardstock for the top portion of the vest, you're going to come in at 3/4 of an inch from the score mark here, and you're going to make a little pencil mark. Then you're going to come down 1 1/2 inches and make a pencil mark. We're going to do the same thing on this side. 3/4 inch from the score of the panel, 1 1/2 inches down from the top of the card. And that we're going to use to create our V-neck on the vest, this piece right here. So you can use your cutter or you can use your scissors, whatever works best for you. I'm going to go ahead and use this cutter and line up this point and this point here, this pencil mark, and cut right across there to make the V-neck on my card. And you can erase the pencil lines later. So there's one. I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. And so now we have the V-neck on our card. The next thing I'm going to do is take my 2 1/4 inch circle punch, or you can take whatever you have available to you, layer circles, whatever you want. And I'm going to come in and take just a little bit off to create kind of the neckline. So I'm going to come in here and take a little piece off there. I might take a little more later if I feel I need to. Let's see. No, that's about right. Okay, so now we've got our neckline, and we've got our vest here. I may take off a little bit more. Adjust as needed or as you like. I'm going to go ahead and come in and take just that much more off. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is create our armholes. And again, all we're going to do there is come in with our same circle punch. I'm going to come in, and what I'm going to do here is line up my punch up here so that it's even, and I'm going to figure out how much I want to take off, and I'm going to punch. Okay, to ensure I have the same amount, I'm going to add my punch back in here. Make sure it's lined up with the top of the punch here, so it's squared up there. And I'm going to come in where I think I need to punch, and then I'll just put my little armhole back in here, and that's about right. And punch again. Again, you can take your layering circles, layering ovals, whatever you want, and create your armholes. The next thing we're going to do is create this bottom portion of the vest right here. And again, I lined up my ruler and came down 3/4 of an inch here and 3/4 of an inch here. Then you take your cutter and cut across. This time I'm going to use scissors just to show you how easy this is. Line those two up and cut Come over here on the other side where I've already got my pencil mark 3/4 inch up, 3/4 inch out. Line up your scissors with those 2 pencil marks and cut. Super easy, you guys, super easy. Next thing I'm going to do is, to give it a little depth, I'm going to sponge my vest all around the edges. We're going to do that all the way around just to give it some dimension. And I'm using a sponge dauber with some soft suede classic ink. All the way around. And I'm not doing such a great job right now because I want to hurry up, but I'm sure you'll take your time sponging all the way around. Then I'm going to also do the armholes just to make them pop. Okay, and your vest is done, my friends. How easy is that? Next, we're going to add some pockets in here. And I've cut 4 squares at 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. And I've cut an additional 4 squares at 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 for the cuff on top of the pocket. I've already done these, but I want to show you how easy it is. All I did was I came in here and I took a little snip off there, a little snip off there, and that creates your pocket. I sponged around again just to give the pockets some definition. You can emboss these, I didn't, just to keep it simple. And then all I'm going to do is take all of my pockets, which I've pre-cut and pre-scored to keep this video short, sponged around the edges, and then I'm going to take some of my Tombow, which I've put in this container because it's easier for me to maneuver. I'm going to add a little bit of Tombow. Of course, as soon as I say a little bit, I'll get a gush. Let me just start off over here. Come on. 1 second. Looks like it's a little bit clogged. So I'm off camera, going in there with the pick to clean it out. See if that works. Never fails when you're on camera. All right, but then we're just going to add these to the top of our pocket, just like that, to all 4 of them. You can use Tombow, you can use snail, you can use whatever double-sided adhesive of your choice. I personally like Tombow because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room time, because I am not the get her straight person usually on my cards. I do my best, but I don't always succeed. And go there. And then we're going to glue these to our vest. Again, I like to use Tombow to glue anything onto anything that is has dimension on it, like these do. So I'll bring in, and I'm going to glue these directly. I'm not going to, you can pop these up on dimensionals. I'm not going to do that. I've also cut a hook and a fish from the Catch of the Day Thinlits. It's got a lot of cute little dies in there. You can cut a hat, you can cut a bigger fish, a smaller fish, a medium fish. So I'm going to tuck this hook inside of my pocket, and then I'm going to add some more adhesive, and then add my pocket right about here. Then I'm going to add a little bit more adhesive. Oh, I did the wrong side. Fortunately, that'll dry matte. So I'm going to put that there. I'll use my eraser and get rid of any residue. Just use what you have. Don't worry about having the exact same thing, or you can also order the exact same thing from my Stampin' Up! Website, and I'll link that as well. And there you have it. Super quick, super easy men's vest or women's vest. You could do this in pink. Wouldn't that be adorable? That would be so much fun. Use what you have. If you don't have what you need, please go to my online store and purchase what you need. And I thank you for stopping by to visit me. Y'all be blessed and be kind, and I'll see you in the next video.